Yo, what's up? I think I am live now. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. I see 3 people in the chat right now. So this stream is going to be all about creating your guys' ideas in Roblox Studio. So I am going to wait just a little bit to see if any other people start joining in, but I think this is a great time to start accumulating ideas in that chat over there, because I have a few ideas myself in case we don't have any ideas to create in this stream. But of course, this video is about your guys' idea. So uh, if you guys have any ideas, try to go a little easy on me. I am not omnipotent in my coding skills, but hello, hello Clipper, and hello Bot Omeg, and hello Dude. Welcome to the stream. Yes, you have many ideas. That is great. Great to hear. We will start soon creating those if you want to list those in the chat. I don't know. I just created this place, one of the starting templates, and I'm actually kind of cool what Roblox provides everyone for free templates. I think it's pretty cool. Can't open doors though. It's kind of annoying. Dude, you have to go soon. That sucks. But remember, guys, I will be uploading all of the content that I create here, or all of the stuff I create in a video later after I edit it a little bit. So I think this is good for now. I am going to go head into a new file on Roblox Studio. How did I learn how to script? Let's see. That was probably my senior year in high school. We didn't have really programming class, so then I started. I always played Roblox. I played since I was probably 10, which was a while ago. So then I just liked how I thought it was really cool game run. So I always make my own, like any kid does. And I started with just YouTube tutorials, like the ones I create. That didn't really help me too much because people didn't explain how things do well. But it definitely did spark my interest, and it was just years of trying things, especially just looking at the documentation of the Lua book itself. Crazy stuff. But oh, Clipper, you've been working on a Roblox game yourself? That's cool. For your YouTube channel. Nice. Oh yeah, I usually do Scratch as a programming thing. Hey, what's up, Sleepy Panda? How's it going? Yeah, I used to do Scratch all the time too. Now that I think about it, kind of forgot about that. I'm actually creating a plugin in Roblox. Always a little laggy. Let me see what I can do about that. Properties. I bet it's the compressor. Let's turn it off. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. But I can put the gain back on. Testing 1 2 3. Okay. Hopefully that's better. Hopefully it's not the noise gate because that would suck. Oh yeah, start with the ideas now. I'll start. We can start the ideas now. But yeah, I used to do Scratch all the time, and I'm making a plugin where you kind of build your script like in Scratch, but instead of in a GUI like format, it would be a turn-based battle system was the first idea. I'm gonna make a script actually with all the ideas that we get here. And I'll try to do it in order that we get most of the ideas done live stream. Turn-based battle system. That's a good idea. Hey, thanks, Sleepy. Good, the sound is fixed. Great, sorry about that. That was the compressor. A zombie. Zombie. Whoa, did not comment that. Zombie. Good. Infect. I don't know what NDR is, but I can do a zombie that could infect and make another person zombie as well. Um, we can list all the ideas here for right now. So if you guys have any more ideas, ooh, thanks Clipper for being subscribed for a month now. That actually means a lot. Idea: make that if you touch a part, some random parts start following, and if they touch you, you get damaged. Ooh, okay, it's like a trap. And you touch a part, some random part following, and if they touch you, they damage you. Great stuff. Maybe you could have a fight with a zombie. Yes. Fight. I'm gonna add that to here. Fight. A round system. Yeah, that could be. That's not a round system, I guess. That's a turn-based battle. Yeah. A round system is a great idea as well. I've created a lot of those in the past for some of my games that I've never released. Awesome. A shop? Ooh, thanks, nobody. Shop is a great idea. Whoa, I did not put that in its own list. Yeah, shop for items sounds like a good idea. Add that as a side note. Cool. I think that is enough ideas for right now. If you guys have if you list any more ideas, I'll put them down still. But let's start with this, and I'll do it in the order that we guys said it, because I think I can get through all of these. Oh, okay. Some context for the NVSR thing is sorry, one second. Thanks, Clipper, for that great quote. Anyway, NVSR is a Roblox game made in 2016 by the developer. Unfortunately, the game is discontinued. Isn't it sad that all the good games be discontinued? Okay, let's start with the turn-based battle system. So I am assuming that this turn-based battle system, or that what you envisioned, was more like, how do I put it? What's a game with a turn-based battle system? Oh goodness, I can't even think of one right now. Oh, have you ever played Paper Mario? That's a turn-based battle system, I think. Um, oh, Pokemon. Yeah, Pokemon-ish. That's a great battle system. Okay. Yeah, Clipper, I understand that. Don't want to say your real name on chat, nor do I. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's get the groundwork first. So a turn-based battle system has two entities usually. Should I assume that the other person is or should I assume that they are another player? I mean, I guess that doesn't matter, does it? It would just be a different type of input. So let's create what I love to create first when creating things is a module script for some. Ooh, I actually created a whole video on leader stats if you guys want to check that out at some point. If you haven't already. Let's see, replicated storage. Nope, we want to go into server storage, insert object, and we are going to add module script. We're going to call this turn. I think I'm starting with the hardest idea, which this could be a medicine for disaster. But if it doesn't end up working, that's my bad, and we're just going to have to continue to the next ideas, but we will start with one. I'm just looking at all the ideas right now. Okay, turn-based system. Oh, goodness. Have I ever made a turn-based battle system? I don't think I have. Well, first time for everything. So, to be honest, this would have to be based on the player. So, Okay, I've got an idea. Turn-based battle system, going to be a module script, and we're going to call it when we have a battle to start. So we're going to create a function here, and we're going to start with a function called start battle. So this will be just the basic thing we start with. I am going to assume that it's two players battling each other. However, we will be able to create a concept where it's a CPU, but that's a little bit harder because the player doesn't make the choice. It's a CPU that has a little, either a really stupid AI that just does random things, or it would be, a more advanced AI, which I am not getting into. That's a little bit too complicated. So the first thing we're going to do is create a function that takes two players, and these are the players that are going to be battling each other. We will be doing a loop that kind of, how do I put it, does each turn for each player. I am going to say we need to have a system of knowing when each player wins. We need a win condition, and that's just going to be a function for right now. So I'm getting the framework started and creating the idea later. So win condition is just going to be casting the two players again. And I like typecasting. You don't have to typecast, but I am, just so that I can get the quick GUI operator. Oh, dude, sorry. I'm gonna go last. Publish the stream, or will it be deleted? So at first, when the stream ends, it will not appear in the published videos, but I'm going to go back and edit it to the specific things I created. So then you can quickly get back to the topic that you wish saw. So yes, it will be published eventually, but I can't promise it will be published right away. It might be published either tomorrow, or it might be published on. Yeah. So hopefully that answers your question. Sorry that not that at first. Ooh, okay. I see another idea that I missed. Well, a crouch system. That is a good idea. Let's add that. And if we don't get to one of these ideas today, I will get to them next week. And I know that's a long time, but I guess right now that's the only idea I have for that type of thing. That I'm probably going to be doing this type of concept weekly. So always you can come back and and on this published video, if you guys have any ideas that wasn't brought up today, but you want it next week, and you might not make it to next week, you can always comment the ideas on any of my videos, and I will put it in. Okay, so we have our win condition function here. Let's create a loop. Well, actually, let's create another function, and that's going to be called maybe get move, or turn maybe. Yeah, turn-based battle system. This is just going to be the singular turn that a player will do, and it will just receive one of the players, and it might be one of the two that are battling each other. Why don't you loop the players? Well, I was just thinking that a turn-based battle. Are we saying? I was thinking the turn-based battle system would be more like two players battling each other, rather than, if we looped through all the players, then that would be all the players battling each other. And when I think turn-based, I normally loop or enemies fight, unless that's not what first thought. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I named my channel off of modules. I love them. They are so useful. I remember when they first came out, and I was so confused in Roblox Studio. When I figured it out, I'm like, oh my gosh. Because we used to use, what was it? G? Yeah. This is a global table that any script can access. It was terrible because it was so, how do I put it, unsafe to use if used incorrectly. Terrible. And we used to store functions. Sorry, I'm trying to keep track of the chat and try to script this at the same time. But one person said you plan to make a lava rising game. That's actually really cool. I love this type. I hope that does well. And when you do create it, I'll play it 100%. Okay, let's continue this. So we're starting the battle. So we're going to loop through the parameter players that we have in here. But first we need to, we have the win condition function. So actually, it's not going to be a while before, it's going to be a while. So while not turn-based win condition do, right now, this is going to be, this is going to be returning false. We will replace the logic later, but for right now, it's going to return false. That's just meaning that the win condition is, it's not going to think someone's won, which right now will allow the loop to continue. And so the first thing we're going to want to do is do turn-based turn on player 1. And we're going to do, oh, is it still lagging? Is my voice still lagging? Is it the noise floor? I bet it's the noise floor. I'm sorry. Let's see. Or the noise gate. Maybe if I edit these values real quick, it will it real quick. I just don't want to add noise because this microphone is a little bit noisy if I don't have that noise floor. Sorry that you have to see all the settings here. Oh, and you might be saying that's cool. Also add a vote system. Oh, yes, that is a great idea. I love vote. Or map changes after the round. Yeah, that round system change. I'm going to add that as a note for the round system. Okay. Go back to the turn-based system real quick. So we have our turn for player, and we're going to do the same thing for player 2. If so, they might win in between here. So we're going to add another function, or not function. We're going to add an if statement. If turn-based win condition, then break. And so this break here, some people actually hate, like they think it's bad programming practice to use break, just only because it's hard to read sometimes. But all this break does is break out of the loop, so it will just stop looping even if it's still with this condition. It break out, which in this case, still a bit laggy, not as much before. Okay, I might try to just prop build. I might try to, I don't know, reduce the amount. Okay, I don't know if that's gonna work or not, but I think it's good enough for right now for my voice. Anyway, let me know if it's like too hard to even listen to me. If you can understand what I'm saying, then that's good enough. So we do the turns now, but we don't have the logic of what the turns entail. Ooh, so I'm gonna make this really easy. So I'm sorry if this is too simple of a game. But just to get this continuing through, let's make it it could be a rock, paper, scissors turn-based game. That would be interesting. No. That would be dumb. Well, I'm sorry, I'm trying to think about this a little bit on how, so both players would have, that could be really simple. Okay, yeah, rock, paper, scissors. It'll be really simple, but I think the concept would still be there. And I see that you're completely fine with that. Perfect. We can make it so that, yeah, it would be easy to change the functionality of what the players are actually doing. But for right now, let's make it a rock, paper, scissors game. So we have our turn here. We're going to work with all of these functions in the future, but let's just focus on turn right now. What do we want the player to do? We want the player to decide what they're doing. And to do that, let's think about that for a second. We're going to have to ask the player what they want. And that's going to require a GUI. I don't think I've worked with GUIs on this channel before, but here we go. So let's actually go out of the script for right now. And we're going to create a GUI within Starter GUI. And we're going to create a Screen GUI. And within Screen GUI, we are going to create a frame. Now, here's a cool trick, guys. If you want the GUI to be right in the middle of your screen, just change the anchor point to 0.5, 0.5, and then the position to 0.50, 0.50. And that will center it completely because it puts the anchor point right in the middle, and then it puts that point of the GUI right in the middle with our position. So we have it right in the middle, and now we're going to size it. We're going to use our, how big should this be? It shouldn't be that big. All it needs to hold is options for rock, paper, or scissors. So how about 0.4, 0.1? That is not how you do it. 0.40, 0.10. Oh, that is way too long. Or, as I see it, way too short and up to down. So let's do 0.4. I'm actually going to add another object into this frame. And I will be adding, what is it called? I can't remember anymore. UI, yeah, aspect ratio constraint. So this is just going to allow us to constrain it to a certain aspect ratio. Since there's going to be 3 options, we're going to set the aspect ratio to 3. So it's three times wider than it is tall. That's what that is doing here. Wow, we have 9 people in here. That is amazing. Welcome, everyone. Or 8 now, whatever. It's amazing still. Hello. Welcome to the channel. Hope you guys like it here. I'm going to be making a lot of videos. Okay, in the future. So we have our frame here. Okay, sounds good, King. Don't worry, you can always look back. Oh, NPC boss saw that idea. We can actually use my NPC system from before to do that. That'll be a little bit of cheating, but you know, it's available to you guys right now. So, and tutorials are available to you for that. Hey, what's up, Peyton? Oh yeah, okay, so goodness sakes, my mind's everywhere. So we have our frame, and this is going to be called options, just so that we know what it's for. Let's change the color just so that it's not blinding people when it appears. Let's make it more gray and have a little bluish tint to it. We're going to make this look a little better than it needs to be, but we're going to add a corner, UI corner. That just rounds the corner a little bit. I want to do 0.10, perfect. And let's add some options into these options. MrModuleScript, was this stream a good idea? I think it was a great idea, but I made a poll on the community post about it, asking if you guys wanted it, and there were some people that said no, so I feel bad for them, but most people said yes. So I mean, I think it is a great option. So I think we're going to continue these series just for. I didn't expect 10 people to appear. I was going to continue this if only 4 people appeared at all. So let's go. So we have our UI corner. We're going to add a UI list layout? No. Grid layout, maybe? Yes, I think that is the better option, but we can switch it later if we need to. So we have cells. We're going to fill direction max cells 3. It's going to add a horizontal fill. Cell size, that will be changed. Let's add some buttons. Image button, maybe? For right now, I'm not going to create any images for this. Let's do I would do an image button here and then add an image. However, I'm just going to use text buttons for right now that just list which options we're doing. Inside the UI grid. Hello, Max Storm. Hello, Frogger Slime. Welcome. Wait, no way that's how it's pronounced. What am I pronouncing wrong? I hope I'm not being an idiot. There might be instances where I pronounce something wrong. What's up? Goat? I'm going to pronounce that as goat. I just said what idea I got several months ago. Ooh, I got an idea. Here's an idea from Adamore. I got an idea making an open world zombie survival game. And the longer you play, the more zombies there are. Ooh, the stronger in feature. Yeah, that is a good idea. And that's a big idea too. That sounds like fun. It's pronounced ghost. Oh, okay. Ooh, we got an idea. We've got lightsaber. Make a lightsaber. That is an idea. Not sure actually instantly how I would do that. Oh, wouldn't it be cool if the lightsaber could like slash blocks? Like, ooh. Because like if you have a part, you could create a union, or what would you could replace a block with a union of 2 blocks shaped like how you cut it. That would be such a big idea to do it that way, but I would just make a lightsaber that can kill on touch. What if I told you to recreate Roblox? I don't think I'm quite there yet. Yeah, Adamore, that idea, yeah, it's a great idea. And I've ran into issues where I have a great idea, but it's just too big for me to create right away. And it takes a while to create. Even if you're good at coding, it takes years to create a really good game. If you're solo especially. But let's continue with the grid layout for a little bit. We want vertical alignment to be in the center. And these options, actually, I don't like how the button is like right on the edge. That's just not cool. So we're going to actually add another frame within the options. Goodness sakes. Another frame within the options frame that is going to be invisible, but it's actually going to have the grid layout, the button, and not the UI corner that can stay up. So the frame now is going to be sized. How about 0.90, 0.90. So it's a little bit smaller. It's going to be placed right in the center. So 0.50 for the position and 0.5 for the anchor point here. We're going to make it transparent so we don't see it. We have our button, and now it's not on the edge anymore. Let's create 3 more buttons. So this is the button here. Duplicate it. Let's go back to the grid layout. Start corners top left. Let's make it center. Wait a second. We don't have. What? Oh, never mind. Horizontal alignment, center. And now it's centered. We're going to make the cell size different. Oh, we should use this value though. But that would be so annoying because it wouldn't resize, would it? Let's see. Yeah, see how the buttons don't resize with the back or with the GUI behind it. So we're going to change the cell size. Instead of using pixels, we're going to use relative size, which in this case, I'll just have to make sure I do this correctly. 0.20.80. See, that's what I don't like about this, is that it makes it not... You know what? That's fine. They don't have to be perfect squares, but if you want to make them perfect squares, you can also add aspect ratio constraints to all of them and set the aspect ratio to 1. But I'm fine with this. It's actually a stylistic choice. Let's just say that. Cell padding is going to be changed to 0.1000. Perfect. Oh, there's a lot more chats. Sorry, it's hard for me to look at the chat and code at the same time. I'll try to do my best at both. Recreate Roblox. That was idea. Materials fall from the sky, and you craft them into weapons. Ooh, a crafting system. Added. You guys have a lot of good ideas. I wouldn't have thought of these. And if you guys feel like any of these tutorials I do with these ideas are a little lackluster, I can create full tutorials for them later. Yeah, let's see. I plan to create games for myself. Okay, 2 days. Added lights. Oh, that is cool, Amor. You added the light. The deeper you are, the further the light goes. Ooh, that's a good idea. Oh yeah, I will be doing more streams like this. Don't worry about that. Okay, let's continue with the turn-based system. That was... Maybe I should add... I was just thinking that I should add something for like the stream that shows what I'm currently working on. But I don't know if let's do that real quick. Sorry, guys. Just for the people joining in that might randomly pop up. How do I even do that? Actually, do I add a text here? Is there text? There is text. Text. Working on turn-based system. Or current idea. Cool. And then resizing this humongous thing to be a little smaller. Well, I don't want that blocking anything, which is the bigger problem here. That's fine. Okay, that might have been a stupid idea, but let's look at these buttons here. We're going to rename them so that they are the option. So it goes rock, paper, scissors, rock, paper. And, oh no, guys, this is testing my English skills. How do you spell scissors? I've never actually done that in my life, I don't think. I'm going to look like an idiot. 1 second, guys. Okay, there's 2 S's. Noted. Oh dear. That challenged me for a second and it shouldn't have. I feel ashamed. Anyway. Thank you, King. Let's see. So now we're going to rename the buttons to actual... that's not renaming, is it? Is it? Rename. Goodness sakes. Where... there it is. Rock. Paper. Nope. Yikes. Scissors. Yes. That is how you... I think. Yes. Oh yeah, gradient. That would be cool. Okay, gradient would be great. We can add a gradient here onto our options. Insert object, gradient, UI gradient. I think you actually want the background to be white when you work with gradients here. And then we'll change the gradient from the object. I need to enable that. And let's start with a lighter gray here with a little bluish tint. And then at the back, or at the bottom, we will do a darker gray here with a little bit of a bluish tint to it. Perfect. And we are going to rotate this 90 degrees. So it looks like that. Look at that. That's pretty cool. The template should be gradient. Or no, should be transparent. Doing the buns? The buttons. Not the buns, the buttons. Sorry. If I'm not pronouncing the T's as much as I should. No, the buttons. T-O-N-S. I will... Oh, that sucks. Add more. Or Adam. Goodness sakes. Guys, I can't read. That's Adam, isn't it? I've been saying Adam more or something like that. Let's add some... Oh, I see. To the UI gradient transparency right here. Okay. Like that. Oh, I see what you mean. Like this? Huh. Trying to think of what would... But with the template. I don't know which one you want the gradient to be on. But I'm just going to continue right now. I'll focus a little bit more on the visuals later. I'm going to currently work on the code part of it. So we've got our rock, we got our paper, we got our scissors. Right now, that's just going to how it's going to be looking. We have our script. This is going to be called Turn GUI. And this is going to be located in the starter GUI. We're going to disable it. Oh, the rock, paper, and scissors. Yeah, that makes more sense, doesn't it? Let me do that real quick, actually. Does transparency... You'd have to add a GUI gradient to each one of those, which I can. Whoa! That's not good because you can't see the button, but that's actually kind of cool. Let's make the text color white. That just made the text go away. What? Oh, you can't do that, can you? That's weird. Because if it's white, then I'll just take the gradient color. Huh. Isn't that weird? Not weird. I guess it makes sense, but it's unfortunate because okay, I'm just going to leave it like it was. I will come back to that later. Turn GUI, we have it. So we're going to want to... Wait. No, we're not done with this. We need to add some scripts to the puns. They don't do anything yet. Yeah, I'm dumb. Okay. Let's add a script. I'm just going to add a script to each one. No, that would be bad. That would be stupid. I'm going to add a script above the buttons so then I can get a variable for each one. So rock button equals script dot parent wait for child rock button. Nah, I didn't call it rock button. I just called it rock, so that's fine. I'm going to copy and paste paper. Scissors. That's not how you spell scissors. There you go. Paper. Scissors. Okay, we've got our buttons here. Let's see. Do you think something of the Seek of Doors chase? Oh, the Seek of Doors chase. The Seek chase? The Seek chase. Which one is that? I'm trying to think of which one that is. Seek. Seek is... Huh. Is that the one that... Oh! That's the one I always died to. Is that the one where you had to choose going left or right? That is a good idea. That would take way longer than maybe a stream would allow, but maybe I can make that into a... make that into a full tutorial one time. Let's see, local script. Not okay. That's figure. Okay, I don't know which one. Is seek the one? Oh, seek is the one that you hide from in the library, right? I don't remember. I'm sorry if I'm completely wrong. I'll look that up though. I will check that out. Doors is the jump stick. I'm weak to jump scares, so I get jump scared by Shriek all the time. Yeah, seek is the library. Cool. Oh, that is a good idea. That's definitely a full tutorial idea though. Okay, so we have our buttons. We're going to, what are we going to do with them? We're going to say if they're, I guess, yeah, rock button dot activated. We're going to add a function so that when it's activated, it does something. We're going to do this for each one because we need to know which one is clicked. So we're going to create a function for each one. So now we have our activation functions for each button. We don't have anything to do with them yet. In our replicated storage, we're going to actually add a remote event. And it's going to be called turn choice. And we're going to add that as a local variable up here. Oh, no, figure is the one that you hide from. I'm confused. I will figure that out. So it is the chase sequence then, like where you choose left or right to go. I can't remember. Anyway, I've always wondered why it's called the figure. One of those things in doors. Okay, gotcha, Electromag. I will look into that one. Now I'm interested to do the library hide thing too. Anyway, scissors button, we just need, oh yeah, we're getting the turn choice. Remote here, and it's going to be equal to game, replicated storage, turn choice. So now we have turn choice. Ha! Good quote, Clipper. You're actually really good at clipping my words, my quotes. You're good at quoting. Leave it at that. We're going to do turn choice remote and we're going to fire it. We're going to fire the server. We're going to let it know that we chose either rock, paper, or scissors. I'm just going to use text. Don't have to use text, but I'm just using text. We're just going to make this very simple as possible. That doesn't mean it's the best way to do it, but it's the way that will be done. Rock, paper, scissors. So now we are firing the turn choice. Let's go back into our turn-based module. And for each turn, we're going to wait for, how do I, let's see. Let's create a variable called choice. It's going to be equal to nil. Then we're going to loop while yeah, figure is in the library. Okay, so it's seek, and I know which one's seek now, I think, so that is a good idea. While choice is nil. Yeah, while not choice, do. So we're looping while we don't have a choice created yet for the player. We're going to, we need to create the local variable for the turn choice. And that's equal to game replicated storage turn choice. Let's see. So then in the turn, we are going to do turn choice remote dot on server event, because I assume this is being ran on the server. And we're going to do wait, and we're going to do, I think it's like this. I think you can get the player in the choice we sent like this. We will test this out to make sure. I know there's a way. So, but I believe that's how it is. Player choice. And if, oh goodness. So this is just to make sure that we're getting the right player. This is a little bit of, I'm doing a check to make sure that the player that chose or fired the turn choice remote is the player that we're waiting for. So then a hacker can't choose for your opponent. Oh, what's up? I am creating a turn-based system currently right now. That was the first idea that was brought up in chat. The script right now, this script is basing it off of the turn that how do I put it? We're just creating the turn-based battle system within the script. Cool beans. So we have the player choice here, or player that chose. This should be a player object, and this should be a string. I'm just going to typecast it right now. So if player that chose equals player that we're waiting for a choice. Oh, in this turn-based battle system is just rock, paper, scissors for simplicity. CodeBro29. Oh, yeah, I mean, this idea of coding viewers' ideas isn't new. If anything, I took the idea from someone else. I remember seeing a stream a long time ago like this, so I thought it was a good idea. Player that chose, support that person too, if his stream is good. If player that chose is our player that we're waiting for, then the choice that we're waiting for is equal to, oh goodness, I named it the same thing. Do not name variables the same. That is a bad idea. Not player that chose. We want player choice here. So we're going to set this variable here so then it stops looping once we have our choice that we're waiting for from the event or the remote that we're waiting for. So now we have our choice. If we get down here, and we know that the player that chose. So now I got to think. Now we're going to return choice. And we're going to, take it here. Player choice equals this function we created. And we're also going to do the same thing down here, but it's going to be player to choice. Ta-da. Wait, in this turn-based system, we can't win in between the choices. Ooh, I just thought this is an interesting thing. We're waiting for one player to choose and then the next player. So that means that player 2 can't choose until player 1 chooses. We're going to have to create some threads for each of these so that both players can choose at the same time. And the logic is going to be a little bit more advanced. But for right now, this works. It works. So I'm going to leave it at that. But I will come back to this and add some threading so then it's a little bit more friendly to the players that are playing. Because if player 2 has to wait for player 1 and player 1 is taking their good time, player 2 might be wondering why they don't get to choose. Excuse me. I'm using a desktop, not a laptop. Chat question, Walid. Ooh, you have ideas. Or maybe, sorry, 1 second. Okay, let's continue. Sorry, I was just looking at the chat. Turn choice, I need to rethink everything. Okay, yep, so we're going to come back to this. We have our turn here, we have our choice, our win condition. Yeah, let's just pass what we got here into the win condition. Local win condition. Oh no, what am I doing? It's just turn-based win condition. player choice, player 2 choice. And we're going to return the winner in this function. So let's code the logic now for this. So this is not going to be this anymore. See, sometimes when you're coding things, things change. Player choice here, and it's going to be a string. Player, I'm trying to do this a little bit quicker so then we can get to other things in this stream. Don't worry, if you guys can't stay on stream for long enough to watch your idea be created, this stream will be published as a full video later. So don't worry if you can't stay on stream, but I'd love you to stay as long as you can, of course. String, player 2 choice. We got the strings, so now we got to do the comparisons. This is terrible of me, but I'm just going to do an if statement. I think. If else type of thing. How many? That would be terrible because you shouldn't do it that way. But I feel like I want to. Oh yeah, the zombie script will be completed. Oh, I need to think about this a little bit because I don't want to just do if first player is rock and the next player is, you know. Ooh, how about this? No, we have the choice here. Okay. I give up. I'm going to do a really stupid thing, guys. I don't recommend this if you have a concept that's a little bit more advanced. You know what? How about not making an if statement? How about making a table with the logic? It's still a terrible choice, but it's better. It's better. Logic table. I'm just going to call it logic table. I don't know if this will work, but let's see. Rock. Going to have I want to explain what I'm doing here after I write this. This is so dumb. I do not recommend this, but it's the first thing that came to mind. Sorry, 1 second. I'm looking at the chat again. Someone made a stream that lasted 2 days? That's crazy. I mean, there's no way you just have the stream up while they're sleeping, probably. Okay. I'm gonna continue. So we have rock here. And basically what I'm doing is if the player 1 has rock, it's going to check inside rock and see if it ties, loses, or wins compared to what the opponent has. This is terrible because I'm writing out each scenario that's happening here. But maybe if I thought about this a little bit more, an idea would come to mind. But for right now, I don't have that, and we don't have that many options. So this is going to work way better than some other things I've seen people script where they do every possibility. Rock, paper, and this is going to be much easier to code than doing the if-else statement. Scissors, so tie here, lose here, win here. Okay, ta-da. So the win condition, we have our string. We are going to do result equals logic table, player choice. You know what? I just realized the player can return anything they want here if they're a hacker, and this would break it. So I need to make sure it's correct. Darn it. I hate hackers, dude. They make things so much harder to code. Yeah, Adam, that is my idea. Why don't you make a module for infos? That is a great question. You can do that in a second. So we have our logic table. We don't want to break this code. We've got to validate. Goodness sakes, I hate hackers. Turn-based, not hackers. I hate, okay, people will be mad if I say hackers because it's technically not the right term. It's exploiters. I don't like exploiters, but everyone calls them hackers. Turn-based, validate, string, choice. Choice equals rock, or choice equals paper, or choice equals rock, paper, scissors. Return. Okay, so we're just validating that the choice that they have is either rock, paper, and scissors in this format, because an exploiter could return any string they want as their choice, and we don't want that to break the code. And we can see if they're a hacker, because it wouldn't ever not be this if they weren't a hacker. So if you wanted to, you could just kick them right there if they return anything that's not normal. Oh dear, I'm gonna pronounce this completely wrong. Chat idea was create a hunkai star rail. Don't know what that is. Gonna put that down. I will look that up when I get to it. And I might be able to do it. I'm not sure because I don't know what that is. A Roblox stream scam? That's terrible. I would never do that. How did that even come up in the conversation in the live stream? How do I put text in the live streams? I just used OBS and added a string thing. Yeah, Roblox streams are fake. Never trust those things. That is, never believe those. You're just going to get scammed and you're going to lose your account. Okay. Let's continue. So we have the win condition. We got to validate first. Turn-based. Validate. Player one choice. So basically, I'm going to do if not validate, then no, yes. Oh, goodness. If not turn-based validate. So that means that they gave us an incorrect choice. Then they lose. They just lose. So how am I going to do that? Thinking. No, what happened here? It's just because I didn't do this. Okay, if it is not validated, then player 2 wins, basically. Return. Then do an else if not turn-based. Validate, so now we're going to validate player 2. If they haven't, goodness sakes, it's else if, one word. If player 2 doesn't have a valid choice, that means they're a hacker, and we're just going to return player 1. Make a door that opens if you have like 350 coins. That's actually a good idea because that's like a level requirement door that used to be very common in the past RPG games in Roblox. How about just a requirement door in general? So it doesn't have to be coins, but it could be a level. It could be a anything. It's a good idea. So we're going to return. I should name this script ideas. So we have our validation. We validate, otherwise we return. So now we have our result here. If result equals win, then return. Oh, I could have done this better, guys, but I just need to get this continued, so I'm just going to write it like this. Return player 1, else if result equals tie, then, oh, nope. I'm just going to leave this as else if result equals lose, then return player 2, else return result. And if result doesn't equal win or lose, then it equals tie. So we're just going to return tie in this else. Oh, is it a whole game? Well, no, it's the star rail is actually the whole game. Okay, I'll remove it. Well, I'll look it up too. I'll just leave it in there until I get to it. And I'll remove it at the time. So that does the win condition. So now we have our winner here. And what do we want to do with it? I guess we want to let each player know if they won or lost. And we also want to maybe save who. Saving the data kind of seems a little bit too much for right now. So let's just let the players know if they won or lost, and it'll just continue to the next game. So we're going to go into our local script for the turn GUI. Oh yeah, we actually need to activate this. So let's do a turn choice. Let's duplicate turn choice and do start. So when we start the battle, we're going to want to excuse me. We're going to want to. We don't need this loop anymore, do we? No, we don't need this loop in start battle. Excuse me. So when we start the battle, we're going to want to fire the start. So game.replicated.start fire server. No, client. We're in a server script service. Yeah. Fire client. And we're going to do player. We're also going to do the same thing for player 2. This is just going to enable the GUI. So we're going to go into turn GUI. Going to add a local script right underneath turn GUI, the screen GUI. And we're going to find our start remote and on client event. And we're going to connect. Actually, let's rename this. I'm going to rename this to, let's just keep it. Let's just keep it for being easy. Excuse me again. And we're going to make it appear. So what do we got to do? Script.parent is our GUI. Yep, stream's going to go on for a while, guys, but I'm going to have to leave eventually, of course. However, I do have plenty of time, I think, on my hands right now. So we are going to get to all the ideas. Don't worry if your idea doesn't get gotten to, because I will publish the video, especially if you have to leave early. Okay. Let's take this screen GUI and enable it. That's all we need to do. We're just, oh dear. True, we're enabling it so it just appears. And let's go into here so that when we do choose an option, it hides the GUI. So our GUI here, screen GUI, is equal to script.parent. And remember, I'm going to create models and publish this to Roblox for all of these examples. So if you don't follow along, which you might not, I will be publishing these so that you can use them in your game freely. Okay, screen, so parent is the frame, .parent is options, .parent is the turn GUI. So we have it here. All we got to do now is do screen GUI, enable, false. So when they choose an option, it disappears. So it's not in their face the whole time. Let's see. Let's first just make the game based in the console so we can see if it's working or not. This is going to be a real test. Turn-based system, start battle. We have our battle system here. And yeah, it's pronounced GUI. GUI. No, I know it's not G-I-U, it's G-U-I, but it's pronounced GUI, like G-U-I, GUI. I know some people pronounce every letter, but in GUI it's you say it like it's GUI. At least that's what I've been taught in the programming college, I guess I should say. No worries though. I mean, a lot of people do call it GUI, and that's fine. It is an acronym, but people will pronounce it as GUI. Just so you know. Anyways, continuing on, we have our winner here. So let's just print out the winner. And make sure we're correct. Goodness, that's not the variable. There we go. It's going to print out the winner when it has a winner. We got to test this out. But what we don't have right now is a system of accepting and starting battles with one another. That could be a whole tutorial in itself. I'm trying to think of the easiest way possible. What about making this a two-player game so the game always knows that the two players that are in there are playing rock, paper, scissors? That would be terrible, but it would be an option. Let me put something in the chat real quick. I pronounce it as GUI, like GUI, like that. That's how I pronounce it as. Anyway, we have our winner. We're printing it. Let's just, how do I request and accept a battle of rock, paper, scissors? Right now, I don't care. So we are just going to test it out for right now. I will make the system, but I just want to test to make sure that this logic is correct. So let's in this in server script service. Why is the ideas in here? I should put that in server storage. Put a script in server script service. It's going to be called start battle. I don't know. Local, need the players service. Game, get service, players, player added, connect, function, player. We got our player function. Hello, welcome back, Waleed. So we got our player that joins in. Remember, I'm going to only test this with 2 people. So this will never work in an actual game, especially if it has more than 1 person. So don't copy this part. However, we're just testing it out. So player 1 equals nil. Local player 2 equals nil. If not player 1, then player 1 equals player. And if not player, oh no, not one line. We're doing an else statement here. Whoa, yikes, I did that wrong. Excuse me again, sorry. If not player 1, then player 1 equals player. Else if not player 2, then player 2 equals player. If player 1 and player 2, then let's require the turn-based system, which is in server storage. Oh, yeah, how about you type who suggested the idea to you? Wasn't that, sorry, I think that was, where is it? Wasn't that King? I think that was King. Or was it Dude? I can't remember anymore. Thanks, Clipper. I'll look back. I'll start typing it out now. I will, that is a good idea though. Let me get to that after we finish this tutorial part here. Okay, so we got our 2 players. If they exist in the game, terrible way to do it, don't do this. Player 1 and player 2, we're just testing it out. Then turn-based, start battle, player 1, player 2. Okay, so we're going to test this out now. Let's hide this GUI. Actually, let me add some print statements in here just so I know everything's working. Print starting battle. Player.name is choosing. And yeah, that should be good enough for that logic, just to know that things are starting. So now I'm going to do a print statement here. Player.name joined. Okay, we got some print statements. Lets me know if things are working or not correctly. Is that all we need? Yes. So we're going to go to the test. I think, yeah, you can see it on screen. Oh, am I not full screen? There we go. I'm sorry, guys. I don't think I was full screen there. We will... What do I got to do here? Oh, yeah. So under the test tab, we have a clients and servers section. We're going to test this. We're going to create a local server that starts 2 players up. And that's the options here. We're going to start. It's going to bring up some windows real quick. Hello. Vansh. I'm so sorry I butchered that. Do you know any good cheap PC that could handle streaming Roblox Studio, and some other detail games? Cheap PC, huh? That is all. So to stream, I would recommend an NVIDIA GPU. Unfortunately, that's a little bit more expensive. But streaming is I think the GPU is much more important, especially if it has encoding for live streaming, which NVIDIA GPUs do, Intel GPUs now do, and Intel GPU would be pretty good, I think, any of those options. Yeah, even Intel's cheapest GPU would be fine. Basically, I know you're probably not going to build your own computer, but if it does have any of that. Yeah, I know, the first suggestion did take I did say that this suggestion was probably the hardest one to start with. But look, our things are there. It's there. We did it. It's there. So let me choose rock and let this person, so this is player 2 on the right, player 1's on the left. So I chose rock on the left. Let's choose paper on the right. So player 2 should win. Click. Okay, we can't see the output. But let's look at the server. And it says player 2 won. I am just going to assume that every option works right now. But all we need to know is that we started the battle, each player chose, and it correctly got the player that won, which is great. Hey, what's up, Sleepy Panda? Welcome back. I don't want to be that guy, but if you haven't liked this video yet, if you liked it, please like it, so then other people that haven't seen my channel at all might be able to see my stream in the YouTube search. It's all about the YouTube search. However, I do like to see if you guys like the video or not, like in general. Okay, after that terrible add-in there, I am going to continue. And thank you, saw that. Where the animation? I don't got no animation here. There is an animation tutorial though for part 3 of my NPC tutorial. There's also a leaderboard tutorial if you guys want to see that as well, but don't leave here. How do I clean this up? I got to go back to the main script here. Nope, that's not how you do it. You got to go to the server. I deleted the server. Whoops. Clean up. The cleanup button does a great job, but it didn't clean everything up. Clean up. Do I got it? Okay. Oh, I'm still over here. Goodness sakes. This is where I started. I need to stop this so my GPU doesn't want to do double the work. Make text to know who wins. Yes, I was going to add that because right now it's only in the console and people will not see the server console. So, turn-based system. Let's just make that really simple. Let's just say winner. No. Yes, this will work. This will work. No. Result. I should call this result. And within our turn-based system, we're just going to call it when there's a winner. Ooh, I don't like this, to be honest. I'm going to have to do another if statement. I don't like if statements. Okay. Function turn-based output result. Player 1, player 2, player winner. Ooh. So let's create the logic in this function here. We are going to do if player 1 equals player winner. No, if player winner equals player 1, then and then an else. So then let's do game.replicatedStorage.result fire client player 1. You won. Yay. And we're going to do the same thing for player 2, but he lost. So he gets a you lost and probably a little sad face here because we don't want you to lose, but everyone has to lose in a match. Player, and we're just going to switch this up. Player 2 wins, and then player 1 loses. And we're just going to output the result here. Turn base, output result, player. I named that differently. I'm doing some sad programming practices. Not too bad, but just a little bit here and there that you might want to touch up. But I'm trying to do this as quicker. So if I ever think that I did a terrible job at the tutorial, I'll try to make a full video on it. But I think this is doing fine. You win, you lose. That outputs. So now we need to do a GUI real quick. In starter GUI, we're just going to do another screen GUI. Yeah. result GUI. We're just going to add a text label. We're going to not center it in the middle, but center it horizontally. So it's 0.5000. And the anchor should be 0.50. And let's put the position a little bit lower. So 0.3 for the position here. Size this up quite a bit. I'll make it take the whole horizontal frame here. But also make it a little bit like that, a little bit taller. Make the transparency invisible. Scale the text. Make it white probably, so it's a little nicer to read, or easier to read, I should say. And that doesn't make it easier. We should add a stroke to it. We can add a UI stroke object to the text, so then we can add there and make it gray. There we go. Now we're going to take out the text for right now. It's going to be invisible or just not there. And let's add a script to it, a local script. And all we're going to do is do game.replicatedStorage.result on client event connect function result. Script.parent is our text, so we're going to do text equals result. It's a task.wait 3 seconds. Script.parent.text equals empty string. Is your idea causing me pain, King? No, it is not giving me pain. It's just taking longer than maybe I first thought it would. But that is perfectly fine. We're getting through these ideas. We're going to get through all of them. So maybe not all today, but eventually we will. We'll get maybe to, I don't know, actually. We'll see where we get. Anyway, let's continue. That should be done here. So we can test it again real quick. That doesn't take too long at all. How about NPC tutorial 4? So a chat here. How about NPC tutorial 4 should be how to model the NPC in Blender. Ooh, I do know how to use Blender. I'll make that tutorial number 5 because I think 4 I was planning on making it so that you can respawn, the NPC respawns, and maybe some other chase logic, I'm not sure. So let's say scissors here, and I want to player 1. No, this is player 2 now. Goodness sakes. This is player 1 over here. So I chose scissors here. Let's have player 1 win by choosing rock. Oh no, I didn't fire it, did I? Did I fire it? I thought I did. Oh no. 1 second. Let me look at the GUI real quick. Result GUI. It's enabled. However, did I ever set the text? Yeah, I did. Let's try it again. After I clean up. I should, thinking for a second. I am going to loop this. So then we can battle multiple times. What did I do wrong here, guys? I did something wrong. It's enabled, right? So on client event result, function results, script.text equals result. Maybe result isn't correct. Hey, Master Pro, say what? Say to the camera. What are you talking about? I don't have a camera. What's up, Russo? No, I wasn't talking about your idea, Russo. Russo, make a piggy script for jump scare. Ooh, a jump scare script. That's actually a good idea. Where's my ideas? There we go. Jump scare. In the idea list. Yeah, I did put text empty, but I had to wait, didn't I? Yeah, like so it prints out. Here's a good idea. Let's print out what it's getting as a result. Let's see if it's even running. That would be a great idea. Result, I'm firing it, right? Do I fire it? ID, start, no, turn-based, start battle, output result, player 1, player 2, fire client. Yeah, it's a string. That's result. Huh. Let's try it again, I guess. Let's see what we got here. Oh, yeah, they're not. There we go. Okay, player 1 and player 2 are joining. Now we can play multiple times as well. And let's see what happens to the printing statements. Oh, they're taking a good time to load this time. There we go. Rock on player 2 and paper on player 1. Nothing gets printed. It didn't get printed, did it? It did not. How about our output here? Oh no, it's an error. Wait, what? What? It worked before, didn't it? It did. Oh, I know what's wrong, guys. I'm so dumb. Okay. Let's clean up. Let's clean up real quick. I know exactly what the problem is. So, the issue is that, remember when I said in start battle that, no, in the turn-based start battle function, that player 2 had to wait for player 1 to make their choice before they could go? Well, I didn't wait to give them the GUI to choose. So if I choose with player 2 first, then it breaks. So let's go back and change that real quick. So we're going to make it so that the GUIs only show when it's your turn to fight or battle, I guess. And remember, I was going to try to do this in a better way, but alas, this is as far as I'm going to get with the tutorial, like logic wise. So let's start this again and make sure it works now. Make Friday Night Funkin'. FNF, I don't think I'm going to make a whole game. But if you wanted like a beat-like concept, like, yeah, I could do the rhythm aspect of that game. That's a good idea. Why would I make my name a script, Russo? Anyway, so now player 1 is the only one with the GUI that shows up. So now if I choose paper here, it should pop up the value over here. So this is player 1. Paper. Yep. You have to choose over here at player 2. Since player 1 shows paper, I'll lose and choose rock. Oh, it shows up, but it's blocked. Oh no. But we can play again. Lost again. Over here. Scissors. I'll win this time over here. Cool. It works, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work correctly. Russo, what are you doing, dude? You're a little random in the chat. Anyway, let's clean this up. And let's fix that real quick for the turn GUI. And this is going to be the last thing I do, because I think that wraps up the turn-based system idea. So if you were to make another turn-based system when people have like HP and stuff, you would change the win condition. And instead of, being like this, you would do if the win condition would be if HP of a player is 0 or below 0, then player would win, and then you would loop the turn system here until there's a win condition winner. But here we always know there's going to be a winner every turn, so that's why we just don't loop this function at all, or any part of this function, which we would loop this probably. But anyway, so we're going to fix the screen GUI real quick. Where is it? There it is. Let's raise it up a little bit. I'm not going to do this scientifically. I'm just going to raise it up. And that should fix it. So let's just do, oh, yeah, you guys can figure out how to actually get the battle started. I'm going to end this here, but all you need to do now is call start battle with the two players you want to battle with. Maybe if you want me to continue on how to do the battles, like accepting a battle and starting a battle with someone, that can be its own idea. I might just add that. Add, turn-based battle request and accept, but that will be later. This is just about the turn-based system itself. Okay, let's do one last test to make sure everything's correct, and we're going to continue on to the next idea. The chat's going wild. Okay, so let's see our base plate. Come on, load a little bit faster. That would be nice. So we got rock, paper, scissors. I choose scissors over here. I choose rock would win. So you won, you lost. There we go, guys. We have a rock, paper, scissors turn-based system going on here. So what I am going to do now is I am going to, how should I do this? I will publish the game and make it editable for you guys so that you can basically do whatever you want with this file. I'll stop this because we know it works. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Clean up. Clean it up. And let's publish this real quick. Publish to Roblox as create new game. Team create should be off. We want, what do we want? What do we want? Rock, paper, scissors, turn-based game. And I'll just create it right there. I will later make it editable. So right now I'm just going to leave it like that, but I will go back later after the live stream. And when I publish the full video of my tutorials that I do here, I will add those links to the games that you can edit yourself in the description of that video. Would I make a full game, half of it, or a quarter of it? I mean, technically this was part of a game if you wanted to, but I'm probably never going to make a full game, and it's probably, if I do a tutorial series on a full game, it'll be like a 10-part thing. So that might be a future idea, but I won't do a full game for this live stream. However, parts of a game I will create, like this turn-based system. Okay, so I published it, and now I'm going to save this as a separate file. Live. So I have it now saved here as a file. So I am going to delete this because I have it published and I can always get it back if something happens. And I just don't want to create so many tabs. Well, goodness sakes, I should just create a new tab and I'll just clear this one out. Or delete this tab. But I won't save it now because I changed some things. Okay. Let's exit this tab. I published it, so I don't need to save any changes that I might have accidentally did. Here is a new, oh goodness sakes, I just realized I use Discord, but 1 second. I just deleted the thing I needed, which was my idea list. I need the idea list, and I think we have another idea. You could try coding a part that uses raycast and make it work as a laser, constantly targeting the nearest player. Oh, it's a good idea. Am I a Roblox script? Maybe. Maybe someone coded me. Who knows? Anyway, copy the idea list over here and paste it into our new file. Let's paste it into server storage. So we are complete with this one. Let's delete this annoying thing here. Full screen. Okay. Zombie that could infect and fight it. Cool. So let's create a NPC. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to cheat, guys. Let's go and get one of my models that I have made. View, toolbox. We are going to take my NPC tutorial NPC. So if you guys want to follow along with this, there's a tutorial out there, my NPC tutorial part 3 on my channel. In the description of that video, there is my model for an NPC, and this is exactly what I am taking from. So you can follow along with this too if you want, but we have our NPC here. I'm going to add it to the game. Let's first play the game and see what it does. It chases and it will attack like this. However, this isn't exactly what we're going to be wanting for a zombie script. We're going to want it to touch the player actually, and when it touches it, it infects us. So we're going to have to change some of the code inside. But for right now, let me look at the YouTube or the chat real quick. How about a mini game? Oh yeah, that's mini games work. How about you make credits boards for everyone who gave you an idea? Yes, I will do that. I'm sorry for not doing that first. The credits, I will add the credits in the video that I make or that I publish in the edits. And from now on, if I see an idea, I will also try to remember to add the credits. So, okay. Yep, we're on the zombie now. So we're going to go inside this, my dummy that I've created for a tutorial before. We're going to go into the enemy controller script here. And what we want to do is we're going to change some of the logic here. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove the stop distance logic. So right now, if I play the game, our NPC will like stop when it gets close enough. We're going to make it so that it runs into the player, because before that didn't make sense. But since we want the NPC to touch the player to infect, we don't want a stop distance. So let's take that logic out. And then, yeah, he runs into the player. Good. The next thing we want to change is the attacking concept. We don't want him to attack anymore, which is here. What we want to do, though, we want to remove the damage, but we want to have like an attack animation. For right now, let's leave it how it is, but it's just going to run that animation. This might make it easier for the NPC to touch the player. But the damaging, you know what? The damaging might still want to be there, doesn't it? No, that will be through the touch function, I guess. Excuse me. Let's think for a second here. Ooh, what we want to do. Let's first, you know what? Let's first make it look like a zombie. Here's our dummy. Let's do a classic zombie-like thing. So how did zombies used to look in old Roblox? I think it was a brown torso, lower torso, upper torso, and make it brown. There's no color for it. Oh, here we go. And then green arms and green, I can't remember if it was green legs or not. But let's just do everything green. Why don't we? Right foot, right hand, lower arm, leg, and head. And let's make it green. Yes, that is how zombies used to look. I don't have a zombie face, so let's go get one right now. Not my images, I need an image. Zombie face. Perfect. One of these will work. I like this one, it's kind of cool. Put it on the head. Yes, and let's remove the previous face. Look at that, we have a zombie now. One second, guys. Okay. Anyway, let's continue. So we have a zombie here. Let's rename him so he actually has zombie above his name for right now. I'm not planning on using my Discord quite yet for this channel. However, I am actually trying to create a Discord channel, like in general, for this, a Discord group. Discord, is it called a group for this channel? Why is the chat so mad? I'm not sure. They're kind of wild, aren't they, out in there? Okay. Zombie, enemy controller. Now let's add a function to our humanoid. No, to our enemy controller script. Let's, no, I want a new script, actually. I'm gonna call this... Do I really? Trying to think of a different way we could do this rather than just fill one big humongous script. Could do a module script, I guess, but in this case that wouldn't work actually. Let's add a new script within zombie model, and it's going to be called Infect. So this is just a script for infecting. We're going to go, our zombie model is equal to script.parent. We're going to loop through all of its descendants. So for I part in I pairs zombie, get descendants, we're going to do an if statement. If part, well, first I need to do this. If part is a part, then part dot, whoops, sorry. Let's remove this real quick so then it works here. Nope, okay, whatever. I remember the function name. If part dot touched, no, not if, but part dot touched, the event, we're going to connect a function hit. So it hit something. That means it touched something. But what we need to do now is do it so that sorry, excuse me. We're going to, when it's hit, oh, I forgot. I need to change the text on the screen, don't I? Whoopsie. Current idea is not that anymore. It is now zombie. Okay. Not that the text is that big for people to see anyway, but it's there. So when the zombie touches something, we need to make sure it's a player. So local character equals hit dot parent. If character find first child of class humanoid, then we're touching up a character if that is true. So how do I need to think of something here. Let's add insert object humanoid description. And here we are. So, not sure how we do this exactly. But what I want to do is create a zombie humanoid description. I'm going to set this into the server storage. We're going to create a humanoid description that describes what a zombie looks like. I guess I kind of created it before I should have here. Let's see. So when the zombie infects someone, we're going to want the player to turn into a zombie. So let's just make another zombie kind of here as a description, so then we can set the characters. This is for an R6, isn't it? Do they not have a humanoid description for every part? That's interesting. Okay, whatever. Brown here. It's a darker brown, or I guess that's a little bit lighter. That's fine. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're creating a zombie humanoid description that we will make the player look like when they're infected. Which is very easy. Humanoid descriptions are probably the easiest way to do this. There's probably like a package for a zombie that I could use instead, but for right now, let's just do this. No accessories whatsoever. I'm not sure how to do the face one if we're using like an image instead of like an actual Roblox face. Not sure if we can just copy and paste that, but we will see, I guess, because I will try. Where's the face option? There we are. Yeah, that doesn't work, does it? How about this? Not sure if that will work or not, but it'll be weird to see whatever that appears as. Maybe it will appear as nothing. Let's try. So when the zombie touches something, we're going to want to set their character to that zombie description. Where is, oh yeah, where's the zombie? It's up here. I have my properties tab too big. Enemy controller. Oh wait, no, not enemy controller. The infect script, where you check for the humanoid. And if it is, then this code runs here. So if we have a humanoid, that means it's a character. That means it will have a character will have. We need the humanoid. Okay. Sorry. That took me a second. We need to get the humanoid into a variable. So first it's going to be equal to nil. No, it's going to be equal to this. So then we're going to do an if humanoid. Then, and if the humanoid exists, let's let it know that this is a humanoid. Then we're going to want to do humanoid. How do we do a description? Apply description, is that it? Yes, it is. I think so. Apply description. And we're going to send it the zombie description, which is in the server storage. And I think that should do it for the zombie infection script. Let's test it out. Oh, Look at that. It changed me into a zombie. One thing that I should do is make it only target non-zombies. And the last thing I should do is make it so that once you're infected, you can infect other people. So first, let's go into how it infects people. We're going to take the humanoid and we're going to check to see if humanoid get attribute zombie is false. So, oh, not, whoops, my bad. I was thinking false in my head. So if the humanoid exists and the humanoid is not already a zombie, then it applies the description. So we're not going to run this code more times than we need to. So this, what we also need to do is apply that. If it doesn't have a zombie attribute, we're going to need to set it. Humanoid set attribute zombie true. So now we're setting the humanoid so that it knows it's a zombie, basically. We're setting a property of the humanoid to be zombie, and it's set to true. The next thing we're going to do is in the enemy controller of the zombie, we're going to only target people that are not zombies. So we have the nearest player function here. Here is what we need, I think. So in our find nearest player function, we have if character. So that's our character. We need a humanoid as well. Character, whoops, and character find first child of class humanoid or nil. So then this if statement is going to change. So now that we have the humanoid here, oh, I ruined my output bar. Go back down. Now that we have the humanoid variable, we're going to also make sure that the humanoid exists as well for this if statement. If and humanoid get attribute zombie, but we're going to add a not here because we want it to run if they're not a zombie. This should work now so that it only chases non-zombies. Let's play. Sorry, Bot Omega. What were you expecting with the zombie infection? Look at that. Does he chase? He doesn't chase anymore, but look at that. He just keeps on. That's a bug. That is a bug. Oh no. Where are you going? You're supposed to stop. No. Okay. Let's oh, I guess you did say fight the zombie, didn't you? I guess maybe the fighting would have to be like you don't let it touch you. I don't know. This is just the idea that came to mind when you said infection zombie. But let's try fixing that bug real quick. What is going on with my logic here that it would do that? So it finds the nearest player. Oh, it sets the nearest player. So then if they're, ooh, it doesn't unset it, does it? Or the direction? What would it do? If nearest player, then distance. It walks in the direction of direction, which is set here. Huh, okay. I see. How about this? Take this out here and paste it into wait a second. If not nearest player, then what was I thinking here? What was I thinking? Oh, okay. That's a little iffy, isn't it? 8. Wonder how I'm going to fix this. This was a weird bug. I didn't think about this problem before. So if not nearest player. What happens if you don't get a player? Huh. Okay. Weird. I wonder why that happened. If not, so it sets it here. So doesn't that make sense? Well, I'm not sure about the bug, but we'll fix that eventually. I'm going to add this back in here. I bet I could do it by setting this here. I mean, I don't know. That would be bad. Let me try it again. I need to see the bug again. This suggestion wasn't too long at all, I don't think. Yeah, he still does just go that direction. I'd love to see why he's doing that. Do I not, if nearest player, shouldn't have the nearest player anymore, should it? Because it should be looking... Okay. Sorry, this is a bug with not the program I'm writing for the zombie, but for the NPC I made before. But now I'm confused because I need to fix this for the tutorial. Runs when walking. Print player. Found. Else. Not. So we're going to run this. Player not found, player found. It's running both. What? What? How? Oh. Whoops. That was the wrong place to put this. If nearest player. Oh. Oh. Do I not have an else here? No, I don't. Okay. Try that. Isn't that weird? It's still running players not found, but it's not stopping him, is it? And if near, oh, well, yeah, that would make sense, wouldn't it? Oh, goodness sakes, I need to run this if in this else statement right here. Okay, that should fix it. That should fix it, I think. Let's delete these print statements. Did I have anything else? Okay, let's play. Let's test this out. Okay, Russo, you're getting time out, buddy. Try not to spam too much, okay? Actually, yeah. Sorry, Russo. Yeah. Okay. So we got our zombie script. And let's see what happens when I get infected. Yep, he stops. Okay, cool. So the colors aren't the same as the zombie, but I think you can figure out how to get the colors correct, you know, if you wanted to do it like that. The only other thing I need to do is make it so that I can infect someone when I'm excuse me, allow it so that I can infect someone when I get infected. So let's test that or make that a thing. How would I do that? Let's see. Would I add a script to the players? That would run, I think. And I would just add the same infect script to it. So where is the infect script? Script.parent. Yes, this would work, wouldn't it? So all I have to do is add this function or add this script to a player when it's infected. So the script is infect script is script.parent. And all I have to do is when we apply the zombie description is we also duplicate infect script clone and we're going to parent it to the player that was hit. We're going to parent it to its character. And I think that should run the script too, because it's added to the workspace. And I think scripts that are added to the workspace run. What? Russo, how'd you do that? Oh, wow. Hey, what's up, Russo? Russo, you shouldn't add another account just to come back. I mean, I'll give you a chance, buddy. Just don't spam it, okay? Like, you can talk. You're spamming again. Don't do that. I don't even know what you're chatting. Wow. Okay. You're fine, Russo. Just stay cool, man. Okay. Infect. We're going to infect. We're going to do new infect. Yeah, we're adding it to the character. So let's test this with multiple players. I'm going to move you a little bit farther away so you don't automatically start chasing. Start. Yeah, the chat is wild because of Russo. At least he's making it a little bit more alive, I guess. I'll do that after stream. A bot, Omeg. Or maybe off stream real quick. Make SpongeBob. It's an idea. But like, you mean just visually? Like, I don't think there's any specific thing SpongeBob does rather than just, well, I don't know. I can add that though. I mean, I don't know what I'm not really a modeler unless I guess I could do a Blender, but I don't want to get copyrighted either. Might not do that. Okay, let's see if it infects me. Oh! Does anyone have an explanation of this? Holy moly. That is not what I intended, is it? That is not what I intended at all. Oh dear. Let's clean this up real quick. Let's look at the infect script and see what happened here. What did I do? Oh dear, that's not what I'm an idiot, guys. I was cloning the zombie itself, not the script. Okay, let's try that again. Let's try that again. Oh no. Let's try that again. Okay. We will. Come on. Oh dear, I can't see too much. Where's my other player? There we go. Let me get infected real quick. Okay, I'm infected. Let's see if... How many scripts do I have in my character, though? That'd be bad if I... What have I done? I've done something terrible. Let's try that. Okay. Player 2 is not the one that's infected. Player 1 is... we only have one infect script. That's good. I was hoping it wasn't cloning itself. And now, moment of truth, guys. Will I infect player 2? I do. The infect script works. It infects and it spreads like an infection should. That is it for the zombie infection part of this stream. Let's close this after I publish it. I hope that's fine. I know that wasn't exactly what you intended for that idea, but that is what came to fruition. So we're going to publish this. Zombie infection. Turn off team create. Boom. I'll add that as a link to the description of the final video that comes out, so then you can copy and edit the places as much as you want. Well, in this case, I might just save it as a model link, maybe. That might be a good option because it doesn't need the whole... Oh, it does need the whole game, doesn't it? Oh, I should make this... Instead of getting it from server storage, how about adding it to the zombies so you don't need to add that to the server storage? Like, it will just... It adds more memory, I guess, needed to run, but it shouldn't affect anything at all. I'm just going to add that to script.parent, wait for child zombie description. Boom. And now I can save it as a model without having to save the whole place. But I have the place saved, so I will get the model published eventually. Yeah, people that gave their suggestions left. I did realize that might happen. The stream is going to go on for a very long time. However, if they want to come back, I'm going to do their ideas. I'm doing all the ideas in order. I'm doing the ideas until I have to go, and then I'll come back next week and start them again. So the next idea is when you touch a part, some random parts start following, and when they touch you, they damage you. Let's it's a trap part. So I'm going to create a new file. Okay. Let's add a part. And this is going to be a trap part. When this is touched, it's going to activate a trap. I'm just doing exactly what the suggestion says. I'm not going to read into it too much. Trap. And let's add a script here that says local trap. And I don't like this bar that pops up. Trap equals script.parent. Trap.touched connect function hit. And that's going to be a part. We're going to try to see if it's a player or a character, I guess. I guess it could... Should I have it so that it only targets players or any humanoid that hits it? I'll just do a humanoid just in case. Well, I guess it should be a player. Local... What is going on in the chat right now? Yep, only 3 people are watching. That is fine. I realized that people might leave, so it's fine. But I will... Hey, don't say that. Anyway, local hit. So we're going to want to do humanoid here. No, character. Hit.parent. Local... Oh, I need to change this in the text again, don't I? Okay. Local humanoid equals character. Find first child of class humanoid. If if humanoid, then activate trap. And what the trap is it's going to spawn parts that just chase you and damage you. How should we do that? Yeah, that dude did just bring a full game and left, but I'm not going to do that full game idea. I mean, they might come back. They might come back. This is for the viewers, and they were a viewer even for a short time, but they were there for a while. We did have like 12 people in here at one time. But this might just not be a good time for the live stream. They might have like lunch or something, or maybe something else. Anyway, let's color it. And we have a touch function here. It's going to run when it's touched. We're going to create some parts for it to start chasing, I guess. Why not just create a spawner real quick? A spawner part. Let's make this a model, actually. And I'm going to name this part of it a sensor. And this is what's going to be spawned, the part here. I'm going to call it evil part because it's going to damage the player. Rename that. It's going to go into the trap. We're going to make it invisible. And then I'm also going to add another part, which is just going to be the spawner. Actually, I don't need to do that, do I? No, the evil part can just be spawned where it is. And it's going to appear from above. It's evil. And it's going to be colored bright red. Okay, let's make the sensor like purple or something just to get a different color. It's an evil part, yep. I'm just going to make it one part that appears and starts chasing you until you're dead, but you can add multiple parts if you want to. I'm going to insert an object. It's going to be what should it be? What should it be? It should be a body position. I know it's not, it's depreciated or deprecated now, but I want to add a body force or a body, do they really take it out completely? You can create it, I guess, through a script. Need to think a little bit here. Let's add a script to the part, I guess. I'm going to anchor it. Oh, goodness, I didn't anchor these two parts. Let's anchor it real quick. Anchor evil part. Let's add the code for the evil part. The body force, or the body position, is equal to instance.new body position. Body position dot parent equals evil part. Body position, well, I should define the values first before parenting it. Body position dot, let's see. Body position, let's do max force equals, and max force is what? A vector 3. Math.huge. Math.huge is just like a arbitrary number that is, or imaginary number that is bigger than anything you compare it to. So if I compared 100 million to math.huge, math.huge would be considered larger. It's not an actual number. It's just always going to be considered bigger than a number you compare it to. What are you guys talking about in the chat? Everyone relax a little bit. We're here coding, we're chilling. Okay, so we have the max force here. So now we have, our evil part that we're creating that will damage the player when you touch the trap part. It's gonna float, but right now all we need to do is make it go in the direction of the player. And to do that, we got to get the player that is being targeted. So what will we do with that? We will, for this sensor, we're going to need to add a cooldown. If not cooldown, then cooldown equals true task.wait for 3. How about 3? Cooldown equals false. Okay, so we added a little bit of debouncing. So now this will only run 3 times per second if it touches. Let's get this evil part back. We need a target. So let's add an insert object value, and this is going to be called target. Well, that's not how you spell target, is it? So this target object is going to hold the target that we're aiming at. So in the script here, well, we're going to actually set that in the sensor. So if humanoid, then we're also going to get our root part from the character. That's what it's going to be chasing. So we're going to, if a player touches the trap part, we're going to do local evil part equals script dot parent. That's not what we're going to do, actually. We got to set this above here as a variable. Wait for child evil part. We're just going to clone one. Evil part. Clone evil part dot target dot value equals humanoid root, or no, root is what we called the variable. So now we set the target. Now all we need to do is clone evil part dot anchor equals false, clone evil part dot parent equals workspace. And then what do we also need to do? We need to make it not transparent anymore. So there we go. Creates the evil part, sets the target. So now in here, we're just going to need to do body position equals body position dot position equals target. So we have the target now. So let's create that variable actually. Script dot parent wait for child target body position dot position equals target dot position, because target is going to be a part. So we should have a position value. Can you friend me in Roblox? Yes I can. I think I will do that though after stream if you want to leave your username down. Hello, Gooeysin98. What's my Roblox? My Roblox is Super Speedy 101. No nickname, just Super Speedy 101. Okay. Let's continue. So we have the evil part cloning and creating. Should target. Let's test this out right now. Let me add some prints though to make sure that it's working. Activate. Okay. So it doesn't damage yet, but it does. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! 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 Position is not a valid member, and that is because we don't set it right away. I mean, we're creating it. Okay, this is bad code, but whatever. Target force. Target. Let's see. Okay. Let's do this. Target. Oh, here's a good idea. Target dot changed. Connect function. And do this. Ta-da. Hopefully that will work and not be evil. There we go. Okay. Unity, Unreal Engine, or Roblox Studio. I'm best with Roblox Studio, but if I were to choose between Unity and Unreal, especially for beginners, I would choose Unity. But if you're like an expert with a whole team, I'd choose Unreal. But I am a solo dev, so I usually choose Unity if I were to choose something. Let's see what happens here. Oh, look at that. What is going on there? Where's it gone? Why are you doing that? What is your target? What are you targeting? It's like you're targeting 000. Huh. Let's look at the evil part. Let's see what it's doing. It has 2 body positions. Its position is 050. Huh. Oh, that's probably because that's where I spawned first. Oh. Isn't that weird? Let's do a loop. Evil part. When you're created. Oh, you know what? An easy way that could have fixed this is just by not having evil part within the trap, but having evil part as a inside server storage. So then when it's created, it should not have this issue. While target dot that's not a part. Isn't this a... Oh, is that the problem here? I'm not getting the target dot value. That might be the problem there. I'm changing the code now within the trap. So then when it reads, it doesn't... Evil part is now game.serverStorage.evil part. That should fix it. Let's try it out. So we have a trap part. We are going to touch it and see what happens. Ba-doop. Yeah, it still didn't work, did it? Position is not a valid member of object value. And that is because... I'm not sure. Let's go back to our sensor and see what's going on here. Isn't that weird? You would think... How about this? Let's add a... I don't know if this will work, but I'm going to do a task.wait here and test that out. because the code shouldn't run before it's set as a value. Yeah, it doesn't do it right, which is fine. We had an idea before. What? I wonder, is it setting the target value correctly? That's what I'm wondering right now. Let's go to trap. No, evil part. After I touch it. There it is. The evil part is just flying up there. It should be chasing me. The target is my humanoid root part, isn't it? Interesting. So position is not a valid member of object value. Oh, am I doing the same thing again? I bet I am. Where is the evil script part? That is here. Line 8. Yeah, I am. Hopefully that will fix it. I wasn't getting the value of the object value. I was just trying to get the position of a value, which is not right. Oh no. Guys, I broke the game. I broke it. It'll take a little bit, but it will automatically quit. There we go. Look at that. It almost worked. It almost worked. Okay. Yeah, so I did, yeah, this is a problem here. Just do task.wait. That should fix it. Test that one more time. Oh, yes, it's chasing me, but why is it so laggy? Oh, now it's not. Oh, it's probably because it's changing the network ownership. So it is chasing, and now all I need to do is damage it, okay? So let's add something to the script here in the evil part. We're going to do evil part set network owner nil. That should help the lagginess part of it. And then let's do the damage script real quick. If body position dot target. No, goodness. Okay, I got this, guys. If evil part dot position minus target dot value dot position. Ooh. I'm going to put parentheses around it because this is a vector 3, and we're going to take the magnitude. So then we get the distance between these two positions here. And then I'll just if the distance between it is less than, I don't know, 3, I guess, damage the player, which local humanoid equals target dot value dot parent find first child of class humanoid. If humanoid, then humanoid dot health minus equals 10. Or how about 1? Maybe 0.5. How about that? And we're going to press. Oh, so set network owner. What that does is, how do I put this? So let's say you have a part like this part right here. The network owner is what calculates its physics every frame. Usually you would think the server calculates all the physics for a part always, but sometimes the server wants to offload the work to the local computer of players' computers. And so then it will switch the network owner to a player, and then it will be calculated by the player's computer, and that switch in between can be laggy. And so then what it was doing before, it was just switching back and forth between the server and the player, and that's why it was like jumping. And so then usually with a network ownership call, you would pass in a player object here, and it would set the network ownership. It would set it permanently to that player. But if you pass it nil, it will permanently set it to the server. So the server is always going to have ownership of the physics calculation, and it's not going to be too hard for it to calculate it, so it's not a problem. Let's press play and see what happens. Badoo. What? Network ownership API cannot be called on anchor parts. Well, I unanchor it, so... Aww. Darn. Where is that? I unanchor it, I thought before. Don't I unanchor it before I create it? Yeah. Huh. Well, all I gotta do is unanchor it here. Let's try that. You know what? That is just annoying because I know it's unanchored. How about, well, why do I even have it anchored right now? I think I had it because it was in, if it's in server storage, I don't need to unanchor it. Or I don't need to have it anchored in the first place. So let's remove the lines that unanchor it because I don't need that. And press play. Hey, thanks, Steve. And hello, Steve. Welcome to the stream. It's still doing that, isn't it? Evil part. Set network owner. Did I not just unanchor it? It's not anchored. What? Isn't that weird? And it's not welded either. Huh. Okay. This will definitely tell me what's going on. Let's try it again. Okay, it's working. Yay. Oh, and it is damaging me. It's not fast enough to catch me, but if it gets close enough, it will start damaging me, and it will eventually kill me. However, I think it's just going to, yeah, it just stays there forever. I need it to go away when the person dies, eventually. So... how about this? Let's do target.changed connect function local humanoid equals, this is again not the best programming practice, but it's fine. Humanoid dot died once function. So we're connecting a function that only runs once when the humanoid dies. When the humanoid dies, we want this whole thing to destroy itself. But we might give it a little bit of a delay here. Why not? Ooh, player ragdoll when they die. Perfect idea. Perfect idea. We'll add that to the list. Oh, and let's see if this disappears when it kills the player. It didn't go away, did it? It didn't go away. It didn't go away. No. thinking. What would have... Probably just never ran, did it? Let's see this. If target dot value, then add this here. Okay. Try that. Just again, not the best programming practice, but let's try it again. If it works, it works. That's all I gotta say about it. And it really just doesn't want to run. Oh, I am so... I know what's wrong. It's because this is looping and never lets this run in the first place. Of course it wouldn't. Of course it wouldn't. I gotta put this up at the top. I gotta put it at the top, guys. That should do it. Okay. And now, without further ado, I think it will disappear. Yes! Okay. And if we touch it again, it will kill me again. Yuppers. So, I'm not sure why this was recommended, but it's a trap part that when you touch it, spawns another part that damages you to death and chases you, floats and chases you to death. So, that one is done. I'm going to... is this one? No, this one isn't completely in a model, so I am going to publish this to Roblox. Trap part. Hopefully Roblox doesn't hate me for creating all of these games. But I will get the link to all of these models after the stream is done. I did touch it like 2 times, didn't I? Oh, okay, I'll touch it in one life twice and see what happens. I mean, I think it's just going to do the same thing, just with 2, but now I'm just going to run away. So then, because there's a 3-second delay, so do. Oh, and now there's 2. Let's see what happens when there's 3. Oh no, it's like pizza boxes stacking on top of each other. Oh, ooh, let's see if we can break it. Oh no, I don't think it's going to break. I think it's just going to kill me faster. Oh no, this isn't good. This is not good at all. Oh, look at that. Okay, let's see how fast it kills me. Oh dear. And they're all going to, yep, they all disappear. Cool. One thing this doesn't account for is if the player leaves. That's probably not a good thing, is it? Whatever. I mean... Like, yeah, if the player leaves, he didn't die, so it won't go away. However, the character will disappear, so then the object value should change. And if it does, then we can just add a little section here where it's like, if it changes. If not target dot value, then script.parent destroy. So I think that should fix the problem. Oh, ooh. Yeah, what if this changes to nil, then this would break before that happens. If target dot value, then badoop. But if else, then destroy itself. I need to make sure that doesn't break the script at all, because who knows, that might run accidentally if it's not quite correct. Let's test it out one more time. Okay, it doesn't destroy itself when it should. That's good. And when it kills me, it will disappear still. Yep, okay. That's it for that tutorial part of the idea. Let's publish this game real quick again. Published, and we're going to move on. File, new. Let's see what we had over here in the ideas section. Completed. When you touch a part, some random parts follow you and touch you if they damage, and and they touch you, they damage you. I had it so it doesn't, they don't have to touch you to damage you, but it's close enough. Round system. This one's actually, oh goodness, I said actually twice. This one will probably be a little bit faster because this is more of a data back-end type of idea. Okay, let's create, did I create a new? Yeah, I did. Okay, let's change the text within the screen again so then people know what we're doing, I guess. Round system. Woot woot. Okay. So to start the round system, let's get a module script into the server script service. Module script round system. So I'm guessing this round system should start if a certain amount of people are in the game. And if there isn't, it just doesn't, loop through until enough people come into the game. So let's add some attributes here. Let's take a number, player required to start the round. Let's set this to 1 right now so I can test it by myself. And let's get that variable real quick. Local players required equals script get attribute players required. So we can easily change it within here. Let's think. Thinking. Let's try this. Do a function. We're going to say player joined game. And we're not, we might as well pass the player. I don't know. I don't think we're going to need it, but let's pass the player into this. This is going to be ran when a player joins into the game. We're not going to we're not going to connect it to the player added function in this script. We're going to do it outside, but let's just create the logic for it. So when a player joins, it needs to make sure that the players required is met. So let's get how many players there are in the game when a player joins. So players in game equals, we're going to use a hashtag game. Let's get the service real quick, players. Game get service players. It's going to be equal to hashtag players get players. Is it not? Oh, whoops. I did player, not players. Get players. So this is going to get the, this code here gets the list of the players, and then the hashtag just gives me how many players there are in that list. So that's how many there are. I need to do a if players in game is greater than or equal to the players that are required to start the loop, then we're going to start the round system. Well, hello, Hollow Mech Remastered. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Let's continue. Players in game. So this will run if there's the amount of players are there. So we want to start the round. I'm going to create another module script. No, first I'm going to create a folder. How do I want to do this? Huh. Okay, yes. I'm going to create a module script, not a folder. And it's going to be called rounds. And I'm going to include an example, or not rounds, maybe like because a round is the whole thing. What would you call a specific part of a round? Like spawning the map or sending the players to the game. That would be called, I don't know. How about just section or part? Section. How about that? A section of a round. And we're going to insert another module script inside there. And this section will be example, like the lobby wait. Lobby? Intermission. How about that? And so then the intermission is going to be its own module script within the section, within the round system. So if players in game, we're just going to actually I need to rename this as sections. And the sections is just going to be script wait for child intermission. So I am going to include different sections within here and order it the way I want the sections to be played out within the round. So like intermission, choose map as another section here. Am I for hire? I am not for hire currently. Maybe in the future, but no. That's a good idea, Clipper. Combining all of the ideas together into one game that I publish. Oh, that's actually a good idea. What kind of ideas do we have? I forget what the future ones are. Whoops, that's the evil part. To be honest, that could actually work. Maybe I will. Okay. So we have we have our example sections here. We have this. So what we need to do is do local sections equals require script wait for child sections. So we get our sections that we have in our round here. And we need some variables to make sure that we know if the game is running or not. Local started equals false, and local timestamp equals tick. I'll explain what timestamp is for later, but for right now, we're just going to start the round system. And let's see, I need to think a little bit more on this part here. Because round systems are actually a little bit more complicated than one would think. You can't just loop through them blindlessly. Because what if people leave at a certain point in the game? That would be bad. That'd be very bad. Sections, so our sections are the objects. So I'm going to add some attributes to each round, but for right now, let's just create a basic round system. Function, need to create a new function. Do I not have this under, I need to add this to the round system variable here. Add the functions to the round system module script and round system start round. Oh, whoops. That's my bad. I was thinking I was naming the function there. There we go. So we have round system start round. Oh, also I need to make sure that it's not already started. So if not started. And player in game is greater than players required, then it will start. Round system, start round. Now we're going to make started equals true here. And we're going to do the timestamp as well. Timestamp equals tick. Now we're going to loop through each round for each section. For I section in I pairs sections, do we're going to load section. And because the sections we are getting are module scripts, we've got to require them. So we're loading the section, and we need to run the section. Each section is going to have a function that it runs. And we're just going to assume that it has like a start section kind of function. So let's go into our sections here and add like function module start to them, just so that we have a function that we're calling even if it's empty. We're going to do this for each of our sections here. Okay. We are loading each section of the round system, and we're calling start on them. We need to know if the players leave at some point. And if they do, we need to cancel the whole thing if the match hasn't already started. So, let's see how we would do that. So we start the section. We've already made sure that the section starts running when this is okay. I'm going to create another function here. Function round system. Requirements met. I don't think I spelled that right. Requirements met. And we're actually going to take this here. I don't have this here though. That's fine. I'll just paste. And we're going to return this value here. And now we're going to do if round system requirements met. Then we start the round. But now we have a function that we can call, so we don't have to write this line every time we need to call it. So after we start the loaded section, we need to make sure that the game is still in a state where it should continue. So if loaded section, if round system requirements met. I should probably do it more of if it's not met, and then if it's not met, and there's going to be, you don't want to skip at a certain point. So let's say the match is going on. We don't want to break out of this loop if someone leaves and there's only one person left, because we need to reward the player that won the match. We need to finish out all of the other sections. So we're going to add an attribute to each section, and it's going to be called skippable. It's going to be a Boolean. I know that. A Boolean. And we might just call it skippable. That's a good idea, Steve. I'll add that into the idea list. That should be actually a really quick one too, because I can just change my current MPC. Everywhere you go, you draw. Sorry, I read those out of order. It's an interesting idea. Okay, let's add this Boolean. If not, round system requirements met. Let's see, intermission. Oh yeah, skippable. It's going to be Boolean. And it's going to be, oh, I need to rename this to be capitalized. I always make attributes capitalized. And the first couple should not be, it should only be non-skippable if, it should only be, yeah, goodness sakes, it should only be not skippable when the match starts and beyond. So like the ending of the match and stuff as well. Skippable. Did I do 2 P's or 1 P before? I did 2. I'm not sure which one it should be. Skippable. I don't even think that's a word, so I'm just gonna, I don't care. It's gonna be named that. So why did this pop up? Did I not delete that? So if the requirements are not met and section get attribute skippable. So if it is skippable and the requirements are not met to continue, then it's going to break. Right? Break? I think so. I think it's going to break. Also, this timestamp is going to come into play, I think. Maybe not. Maybe I don't need this timestamp. I'm not trying to think now. Might not be needed. Huh. I'm going to leave it in there for right now, but I'll delete it if we don't need it. I've done round systems before that required a timestamp for when the round starts, but maybe not this one. Anyway, we're going to break this loop, and this runs when the whole round is done. So function round system finish. Whoa, we're going to create another function, and we're going to call it at the bottom here, just to separate the logic a little bit. Ooh, idea, make a calculator. I've made a calculator before. I've made it on Roblox once before. That was really annoying, but that was a long time ago when I didn't quite know good programming practices yet. So noted. Round system is, yeah, we're going to call finish. And let's see. You know, I might just do, yeah, this is going to be a while loop. So then it, you know, loops through if the requirements are still met. Start round, finishes, and when it finishes, it should reset the round to what it is at the start of, excuse me. I'm trying to think now. I guess that would be, we need to create a new section, I guess, just so that you can customize what happens when, Interesting. I'm just trying to think of how we would reset everything to its basic state. Like when you first start the game, it's going to be like 2 players need to join in order to start the game, basically. And so then when this finishes, we need to set it back to that state. I guess the developer would have to code this part, I guess. It might not be, I might not code it here. What's up, Drizzy Pop? Just started watching you earlier this week. That's awesome. Thanks. And Quebec, I made a calculator. Really? Very easy? Yeah, it is probably easy. It would probably be easy for me now. Okay. See ya, Steve. It's good to see ya. Okay. Back to the script. Not going to finish this part. It's going to run the round. It's going to loop through, and I think what we need to do now is just test it. So let's add some example logic to the intermission real quick. We're going to do start intermission. And then let's see, how should I do this? We should add a wait, I guess. I mean, this would just be how long the intermission is. I feel like each section should have just its own attribute that's section length of time. Did I make that a string? I made that a string. Darn it. Let's try it again. So a number attribute added to each section, and it's going to be how long each section of the round system is. So we just take the attribute, so script get attribute length, and we would wait that long. However, the action that the script does might be instantaneous. So basically, wait length and do the action first. Section action here. And the action right now is just printing currently. So the logic will be do whatever this section is supposed to do first and then wait, which is fine, I think. Right now we only have 2 sections. So I'm going to copy this real quick and paste this here. Start, choose map. No actual logic. I'm just making sure that the rounds start and stop. I'm going to add length here as well as a number, so we can easily change that later. Length is going to be 5 for intermission, and no, 10 for intermission, just so we can see a difference of speed of the rounds going. And call it good. Now we can test it out. So let's go into server script service and add a script. This is just going to be a script that runs when the players are added into the game. So local players. Oh, okay, you want the list? That is actually a good idea. I wonder if I can do that. For right now, just I don't mind if you resubmit ideas, because I'll know if the ideas are here, but I'm not quite sure how I would add that to the stream currently, especially not quick enough to do it nicely. So if you see something right here right now, it's what we have, but I don't mind if you accidentally submit an idea that's already been done. Though I know that would be annoying for you, but let's continue real quick. So players, we got players.added. Oh, that's not player added. We're going to connect to this event. Players.added. So now we have our player that joined. We need to require the round system. Which is in our server storage. And we're going to do round system. It's not giving me any options. Do I have an error in there? Round system, yeah, it should work. And we want, let's close the script and reopen it. That sometimes fixes that problem. Round system. No, it didn't fix it. Did I do something wrong here? What's up, what's up, dog YouTube? How's it going? Return the table, bro. Did I not return the table? Good catch. Good catch, Olivia. Thank you for that. Return. That was a good catch. I don't think I was down there for that long for you to notice that, but yeah, that would do it. That would do it, wouldn't it? When did I delete that? I don't remember deleting that. Whatever. Thank you. Player joined. Boom. So when a player joins, we're going to pass the player for really no reason right now, just in case, I guess. But the round system will check to see if the round should start. And since we have the round system players required attribute to 1, only joining with 1 player should start the round. So let's press play and test that out. And look, it starts the intermission. It does it. It does the thing. And now, if we wait 10 seconds, it should start the choose map section. Is it doing it? Oh no. Oh, did I not add that? Did I not add that? Did I not add it to the sections? No, I did. What in the world? Oh no. Something's wrong. Let's look at what I did wrong. Let's go into the round system real quick. And inside the loop, did I not wait long enough? That's what I'm worried about now. I thought I waited 10 seconds. I'll make it way shorter now. 1 second for the choose map and 5 seconds for the intermission. They're both not skippable. And they need to not have the requirements met. Let's print starting section here and just print break in here just to make sure that's not breaking for some reason. Let's run it. Okay, it's starting the intermission, but it's not going after that at all. At all. Am I doing this? Okay, let's look. So it is starting the section. It starts it here. So it's running. Oh dear, why is that there? Oh no. Oh dear. See, this is coding in a nutshell. You make the dumbest mistakes. Why is the break here? It would break every time then. Okay, we don't need these print statements anymore because that was definitely the issue. Let's run it. And let's see what we got here now. Yep, starting intermission, choosing map, and it should loop back, right? I mean, I thought it would. I guess it didn't. I guess I made another mistake somewhere. It's somewhere. I'll find it. And that is sad. Sad day to be here. Round system. We start it. We're looping. We're finishing. We finish the start round. We have the start round here. It should loop when it's done, but it doesn't. Wow. So what are the requirements met? It's player and oh no. That's why. It's started, isn't it? It is started. Goodness sakes. So the problem... Ooh. Oh, duh. I just need the... Goodness sake, started equals false right here. Boom. That's what this is for. I knew I made it for a reason. Do I need more sleep? No. Maybe. Probably. I need coffee. I need some caffeine right now. Now it should loop. Choosing map. Yeah, and it starts the intermission again because the same amount of players are in the game. Let's make sure that the players required is working, so then if we put in 2 for the players required when I play the game, it doesn't start the round. And it doesn't. It's not enough players for the game to start. Now, one thing I'm not sure is if it will deal with players leaving correctly, but for right now, let's just continue with the different sections. So intermission, choose map. I'm just doing an example here of what a game might have. After the choosing of the map, you would spawn the players. And then after spawning the players, you would start the match. And after that, you would end match, which would involve returning the players that are left to the lobby area, usually. And you could also pair this up with rewarding the players what they get for the match itself. However, actually the rewarding of the players should happen when they die or respawn. So the end of the match is just returning anyone that needs to the lobby and just kind of restarting the whole loop again. So that is what that would do. Anyways. Hey, what's up, Sleepy Panda? Welcome back once more. Let us continue again. So we have all of these different things. So what I was talking about before is with the skippable. We're going to want to set anything that happens after the starting of the match and itself, start match, should be skippable. So let's set that to skippable. Let's set end match to... No, wait, start match shouldn't be skippable. Wait. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No, 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 no. It's the opposite. Goodness. Everything beyond start match should not be skippable. Choose map should be skippable. Intermission should be skippable. And yeah, actually after spawn players, once those players are spawned, that's it. Like they're in the game. We're not gonna end the round early unless the round requirements, like in match, like if there's only one player in the match, well then they win, type of thing, I guess. I'm thinking about this as like a free-for-all battle round system. Oh, this is actually a good learning lesson here. So Drizzy Pops says in the chat, I don't understand the difference between a module and a regular script. Imagine a script as something that can't be accessed by something else. Like you can't, if I create a function within a script, you're never going to be able to, within a different script, access it. A module script is used to help that. So multiple scripts would be able to utilize one function or an object itself. Basically, a module script, all it does, I'm just going to create one right now really quick, is a module script is a script that returns an object or anything. You can make it return a number. It doesn't have to return a table, but usually it does. But basically, multiple scripts can access the same variables, and that is the whole point of them. But a module script just returns something, and it will be the same thing for anything that requires the module script. A module script, what it returns is global. So if two scripts require the same module script, it will return the same exact object. It was the replacement to the global table that we used to have to use in order to globalize functions. But instead we can separate it into separate module logic, separate modules of logic, and it just separates logic, so then we don't have code that's 100 million lines long. It's an amazing thing. I'll do a better tutorial on it eventually, like just module scripts in general. But for right now, that's good. Fine for right now. We're going to add some of the sections to the section module script. So we have the choose map, then we want to spawn players. Then we want to start match. Then we want to, this is probably going to be the last one, guys. This is probably going to be the last idea that I get to today. I will be doing another live stream next week at the same exact time. I might try to find if there's a better time or another additional time I can also live stream for people that can't get to the live streams at this particular time usually. I will be doing this next week though, so at this exact time. So you guys can come back if you want to see the rest of the ideas be brought to fruition. I know, this is probably gonna be the last one. I'm getting pretty hungry, to be honest, and it is 12:14, I guess, in my time. Oh, I don't have this full screened. Duh. So we have the start match and then we want to end match. So we don't have any logic in here, but we're just requiring, or not, we're getting the system or the sections. Whew, it's hard to speak sometimes. And let's add some really basic logic, like very basic. The intermission, we don't really need to do anything. It just is going to wait. You can you would want to make it interactive with the player. Like the player needs to know that there's an intermission going on, but I'm creating the system, the logic, I guess, and not the front end part of this for right now. I can do that later as well. But the choosing map though is something we can do. Let's let's make some really simple example maps here, okay? It's just going to be one part. It's going to be blue map and red map. But you're going to have to make your own maps that are actually very complicated. This one's going to be the blue map. I'm going to make it blue. Makes sense. I'm going to call this blue map. And I'm just going to group it, actually. Oh, no. Yeah. I'm going to group it so it's in a model. So usually maps are models. So do it like that. And I'm going to duplicate it and move it. And we're going to do red map and make it red. Okay. We've got two maps here for the round system to choose between. We're going to want some spawns within each map. So let's add a part. And let's make the part white, I guess, so that it can be the same color for both. Remember, this is going to be really dumb. It's going to be really simple. It's going to just be one spawn. Every player is going to spawn in the same point, let's say. And I'm going to duplicate this spawn and put it into the red map as well, because spawns might be in different places for different maps. So each map has its own spawn. You might want to do multiple spawns so people spawn across maps a little bit differently, not just in one place. So we have our two maps. We're going to anchor them just so that they don't fall. And in server storage, we're going to create a folder called maps. So in some games, you can choose which maps are chosen, like there's a voting system. I think I'll do that for a later tutorial. Like I think one of the ideas in the idea list was that there would be a voting system. So I'll wait to do a voting system. I'll just let the game randomly choose what map it wants, because some games also do that. Inside the round system, this is where you would have to start coding it yourself. Like this is where the generic part of the round system goes away, and then you start coding for a specific type of game. I mean, it already kind of did that, but let's say we're choosing a map here. So we choose a map. We're going to choose a random map. Oh, first, actually, did I send those to server storage? Yes, I did. They're not here anymore. Good. We're going to choose a random map from the map list. Let's get the variable for the maps. And it's equal to game.serverstorage.maps. And I'm going to do get children. So we get a list of all of the maps that we have in this game. It's going to choose a random one. So to choose a random one, we're going to do local chosen map equals maps. We're going to index it with let's stop that quickly. Add a different variable first. Random map equals math.random. And it's going to be equal to 1 for the first parameter, which is the start of what random integers it will display, and then do hashtag maps. So it will choose a random integer from 1 to the amount of maps we have in the maps folder. In this case, it's 2 right now, so it would do a random number from 1 to 2, which would be 1 or 2. So then the chosen map is equal to maps random map, which is our random value we got. Something's wrong here. Let's see what it is. Oh, I didn't add the equal sign. Chosen map is what is it? It's a model, so let's typecast it. What we're going to do is we're going to do right here. We're going to clone it. So we don't want to actually manipulate the actual model that's in the maps folder. We're going to create a new one. And then we're going to do chosen map dot parent equals workspace. So we're sending it to the workspace to spawn, I guess, to appear. Add a green map, I can. Might as well just to add a little bit more variation. You can't see it, but I'm adding it on the side here. I'm going to change the color real quick to green. The part inside is still called green map, but it will be green when it's spawned. So now we have 3 maps, green map, red map, and blue map, RGB. Cool. And let's go back to our round system real quick. Or choose map, actually. So we parent it, and we wait. I think that's all we need. Maybe, actually, let's add a folder here. And just call it map. I'm just going to, the current map, I guess. The only reason why I'm adding it to a folder, even though there should only be like 1 map at a time, is so that I can just easily call current map clear children. So it will clear the map later. So instead of workspace, it will be workspace dot current map. That's not current map, that's current camera. Current map. It's going to wait the certain amount of length, and then we'll continue on to the spawning players logic here. So we're spawning players with this logic here. We're going to want to get the players service. Yeah, FNF is okay, did I add that to the idea list? I don't think I did. FNF rhythm, like the rhythm part, the rhythm logic for FNF. I won't like make a whole FNF like game, but I'll make the logic for the beats and hitting it at the right time. After the live stream, I'm not going to be able to join with you, Clipper. I'm going to go eat and probably relax after coding for this long. Yeah, the rhythm logic will be made eventually. I don't note, guys, I will have to get through all of these ideas. Where is it? I just had it up. I will get through all of these ideas in order. So like, I'm sorry, this is probably going to be, it's going to take a while to get there. We've got through 4 things so far. And each week I'm going to continue doing more things that were, and I'm going to have to create a new, there's going to be probably another live stream at some point that's not on Saturdays so that I can get through this list a little bit faster. But right now it's only on Saturdays. I'll get to the idea eventually. Anyways, let's get back to the round system. Round system. We're spawning players. We're going to loop through the players. So for I player in I pairs players, do. We're looping through the players, and we're going to spawn them. We're going to spawn them. And how are we going to do that? Ooh, I could add some interesting logic here, but I don't want to because that's complicated, but it might be needed. So the problem I'm thinking about is if we spawn a player, we need to make sure that they're alive. So like if someone reset and then they get spawned, they're just going to respawn back at the map, the lobby. So we need to like make sure that they're alive. And I think their health will always be 0 if they're dead. And there isn't like a property called alive. I'm trying to think about this a little bit. What would be an idea? We also need to make sure that we know if a player is in the game or not. Like there might be players that aren't, I guess. So like when the game ends, it needs to know which players were still alive in the end. See, round system's a little bit more complicated than you'd think. However, I'm just going to make sure that they have a character and look at the humanoid and make sure its health is above 0, I guess. Local character equals player.character. Oh, it's not typecasted. Player.character should be model question mark, but I don't care. If character, then so we have the character, we need the humanoid. We're doing a big if statement block here. It's going to be a multiple if statements inside each other. Local humanoid equals character, find first child of class humanoid. If humanoid, then how about I could make this into one line. Local humanoid equals character and find first class of humanoid or nil. And then just do if humanoid, if character and humanoid, I guess. I mean, that doesn't really matter, does it? It doesn't. It does not. If humanoid, then humanoid. Oh, if humanoid and humanoid.health is greater than 0, then we're spawning them. We're spawning them into the game. We have their character model. Let's get the root real quick. Find first child humanoid root part. So we got our root here, so now we need to check to see it exists too. And we're the root is how we spawn the player. We're going to change the C frame of the root, which is a part. So we're going to typecast that. First, we need to get the spawn of. Okay, above this for loop, we need to get the map first, and that's going to be equal to game.map. Nope. Workspace.current map get children, and it's always there should only be one map always, so we're just going to get the first child of that map of how do I put this? It'll just get the first child of current map, which should only be one of these things. That's a model, so we're going to typecast it into a model. So we have the model. We're just going to assume that the game just does it correctly, because right now there's no protection. If it doesn't find a map, what would it do? Well, it would error, but we'll just code it so it always has a map. Big brain. So let's continue with this real quick. And we have the current map. We want to get the spawn location. Map dot, what did we put it? We just put it as spawn, right? Oh, here's the map here. That's the map we're accessing. We just called it spawn. I want to get the position of it. Spawn location, call this. So now all we got to do is set the root.cframe equals cframe.new, the spawn location, and we're going to spawn them a little bit above the spawn part. And to do that, we're just going to add a vector 3 to it, which has like 4 studs higher than the spawn location is actually. So that's the putting 4 studs on the y-axis in addition to the location. And so then that should be the end of the spawning logic. We have the spawn logic done, the intermission's done, the choosing map is done. Starting map is not done, or the starting match, and the ending match is also not done. I think the match logic will be last, but the end match is what we'll work on now. Because all we got to do is, I mean, the surefire way is just to load every character once more. Go loop through the players and load their character. It's kind of annoying when games do that, but it's an option here, so let's do it. It's just a faster way to do it. And I've seen successful games do it, so why not? We're getting the player service again. I'm going to loop through all the players. Whoops. Yeah, players. Get players. Do, and we're just going to load their character. So that should load each character that is in the match when the match ends. So we're loading the character. So then they go back to the lobby if they're still in the game for some reason. Because the match might end by time limit, and there might be like 3 players still fighting each other, and they need to go back to the lobby. So it's just going to load the character. This is where nope, this is perfectly fine for the logic here. It just loads them back. Is that all you need to do? I think so. We load the character. Everyone's back at the, yeah, I'll leave it at that. So that's the logic for the ending. Oh, we need to remove the map. So to do that, all we would do is maybe, ooh, okay. I feel like that should be separate logic, maybe. But maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, whatever. Load character should run right away, I guess. So all we need to do workspace.current map and clear children. Clear all children. So that will delete the map that's in the folder. And that creates the loop. I'm also going to, in the round system, the start round, I'm actually not going to, right here. So this loops, but it breaks if the requirements aren't met and it's skippable. However, I think I always just want the round system to run the end match section at the end. So what I want to do is I'm actually not going to add the end match to the loop or to the sections module like this. Oh, the way I do this is really annoying, isn't it? Darn, that makes it harder. How about this? Let's go back to the round system real quick. And yeah, I just do I pairs, don't I? You know what? Running it twice isn't necessarily an issue. Because what if we break and we want to run the end match just in case. So why not just run it again and make them spawn one more time? Might as well. Sections, the end match. Why not? Let's just load it here. Actually, we're gonna require script wait for child sections and wait for child end match, right? Yeah. Oh. End match. So we're just going to load it here, the one section that we want. And so what we can do now is actually go into sections and remove it from the list here. That's actually going to stop it from running multiple times. Go into the round system again, and we're just going to call it directly where here, which can actually just be ran in the finish section. So that ends everything. Let's try it now. I think that should work. I think. Let me just remember what we have so far. So we choose a map. Let's make some of the sections just like 5 seconds long. Skippable should be true here. Intermission should be true. Spawn player should be false. Start match should be false. End match should be false. Okay. So each one is 5 seconds long, except for spawn player should be, let's just put it 5 again. So we just set every section to be 5 seconds long. Every section has its own message, so we know which section we're on in the console. Some of it has its logic, like we're going to spawn our players. That should spawn me. The round system, let's set that back to required players to 1, and let's test it out real quick. So we're starting the intermission. Should choose the map. Oh no, it just ended, didn't it? Let's look at what happened here. It did. Did I do that wrong here? Sections, choose map, and choose map here. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. Let's go to the round system again, see what I did wrong. Oh. I did this bad. Because I set it to skippable. Wait a second, that shouldn't have been a problem. Because Ooh. Trying to think of what would cause that to happen. Because we're loading each section, let's just print out this. A phone that works. I mean, that's a bit, yeah, it did break, didn't it? That's a bit hard to do. I mean, I can code a phone, but not like an actual, like you'd have to code a whole mimic OS on it. I'm not for hire, but I might be in the future. Anyway, with this, yeah, this is not working, is it? Let's print out, let's see what the problem is. So it should run only if these are both true. It is skippable, so it's thinking that the round requirements aren't being met. Which the requirements are, it's not. Oh yeah, I did this again, didn't I? Well, it's definitely started. So I should probably have option where it disregards the started value in this requirements met function, because right now I only put the if not started for the requirements, because when a player joins, it's going to try to run the player join function again, and it's going to try to start the round, and it only should start if it's not already started. But when we're in the round and it needs to make sure that should still be going, I should just make another function called enough players. And we're going to remove this part here. Boom. And we're going to replace the requirements met within our starting round system. Yeah, that's actually a good idea, to be honest. Get attributes skippable. Boom. Done. Finished. That should get it to run now. A self-driving car sounds like a good idea. That would be hard. Very hard. It would have to be its own. So, okay, it shows a map. It shows, oh no. Oh no, we're getting bugs. We're getting bugs. What's going on here? So it did choose a map. It randomly chose the blue map. It broke when spawning the players. So invalid argument to iPairs #1. Oh, yeah, that would do it. We need to call get players here, and that should fix it. We're going to save that change before I end the server. What's up, Sleepy Panda? You're back again. We're going to run the code, start intermission, chose a map. It chose the red map this time, so it is randomly choosing maps. It spawned me, so it would spawn everyone in the game if they were in the game. And it's starting to match. This would be the match logic, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then it would end map. And here I am. I'm not going to get into the match logic, really. You're going to have to figure out, for right now, I might make a whole video on this part. You're going to have to figure out how in the match do you determine who wins and how long a match is and stuff like that. But I was just showcasing that each section of the round does play out, and you can fill in what each section does yourself. And this is coded to be protected so that if a player leaves, it will end the match. But to be protected, you also have to code it correctly within the end match section to correctly close everything down, basically. And so, guys, that is the last one I am going to get to today. I think the live stream has been going on for quite a bit now. So I am going to call it good here. So let's look at the list of ideas we have right now. We got through a lot of these ideas. Got through 4. That's not as much as I thought, actually, but we got through 4. The next one we'll be working on is the shop, the crouch. I know how to do all these. I think it will be quicker than before. We'll get to that next week. So I'll be starting the stream next week, Saturday at 9 a.m. again, like I did today. 10 a.m. Eastern time. It's 9 a.m. Central time right now, when I would start it. So be on the lookout for that live stream. However, all of the things I made today, I'm going to publish the video that has me creating all of these different things edited, but it will be there. I'll publish it, and in the description, you'll be able to either download, or not download, you'll be able to get the model that I created if it was a model, or I will publish the game and let it be editable by you guys, so then you can get the game yourself, and you can download the file and make your game from there, or just pull whatever I made from in there and add it to your game. So it'll be all of these things will be usable by you guys. I just need some time to get everything published and able to get. So Sounds good. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorials, the people that are still here, and I hope anyone in the future that's watching this found what I did today helpful. If you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't, so you know when the next live streams or videos come out. Yeah, I think this was a very successful stream. More people than I thought joined in throughout the whole thing. So this has been amazing, guys. You are great. I'll see you guys next week. And yeah, that's it. See ya. But first I need to actually stop the stream, which is a little awkward because you guys see my whole streaming setup. But yeah. Oh, I actually have to stop it from somewhere else, but I'll stop it from here first.